Okay, this video will walk you through how to create a shell for your service. Here we've got a brand new app called User Service. So let's get into it. Every shell lives inside a flow. Create a flow called User Service. Now, just to demonstrate how a service shell works, we're going to keep this shell quite limited. We'll start with a shell component here. Let's just have two commands, list and add. You can see that as soon as we save that, we get two new connectors, one for list and one for add. Next, we'll register those commands. We called it list all users, and another one for add a new user. Now list doesn't take any parameters, but add, let's take a name. So we'll add a parameter using the shell command parameter component from name of the user. The type, we'll go with a string. Move it down here so we have a little more space. Next, to kickstart our registration, we will use a flow start component, so everything begins when the flow is activated. Okay, so that is our shell registered. Now currently we don't have any handlers yet, it's not connected to anything, so let's just give it a single handler now, for example. Now what you need is the shell reply. This is for list. The outcome is a result. That means it was a success. Information, warning, error. We'll go with result. And we'll just give it an empty array for now. That shell name was called user. And we'll have another one for this. And we'll just return an object with the name that was passed in as the parameter. You can see that because this is the parameter name was name, it is automatically available here as a property in the incoming message. Next, we just connect each of the handlers to the reply output. And that is the basic of a shell. Next, all we need to do is deploy our flow. We'll activate it. And we'll try to interface it in a dashboard. The first component I want to show you is the terminal component. This provides you a command line interface to interact with your service. Now, if your shell was correctly configured earlier, your stream will show up here. We can see that it's the user service, it's a flow, the name of the service, and the name of you can see that belongs to user service, flow, the name of the flow containing this service, and shell, and that's the name of the shell. We'll just call it a user shell. And we can see that now it's connected to our shell. If we type help, we can get a list of commands. Here's our two commands here, add and list. We also have these commands that come automatically for every single shell. Turns an array. You've got a how-to here that will explain how to execute commands. Okay, so let's try to run list, return that empty array, and add. Okay, so it needs a parameter for the name. You specify that we needed a name parameter, and let's say John. And it'll return the object with the property successfully set that we passed in here. And Steve